you did not misread the title of this video. Tony Bellew has called out David Haye. We do live in strange times. David Haye's been out the ring, 3 years now? He hasn't fought at cruiserweight for a very, very long time, but he wouldn't have any trouble making cruiserweight if this fight actually did take place. Haye would have no problem at all making cruiserweight. When he fought Vladimir, he was 209 pounds. If you're 209 pounds and you're fighting at heavyweight when you're not draining yourself and you're only weighing 209 pounds, that means you can easily make cruiserweight. But to be fair though, David Haye is in his mid-30s now. I think he's 35. So it's possible that it's maybe more difficult for him to get the fat off, the excess weight off now than it was back when he fought Vladimir. But if he's anywhere near that kind of weight, if he can, be 209 pounds without draining himself like he was against Vladimir, then he can easily make cruiserweight. And if he can make cruiserweight, then this is a fight that David Haye is not only seriously considering, but it's also a fight that Eddie Hearn would love to make happen. I mean, Eddie Hearn's probably somewhere right now salivating over the thought of Tony Bellew against David Haye. In fact, he retweeted it when Bellew issued this challenge or whatever. And the reason why it's going to appeal so much to David Haye is because his popularity among British boxing fans is at probably an all-time low because of all the pullouts and all the stuff, all the unfortunate, maybe disingenuous things that David Haye has done. So what better way to try and redeem himself in the eyes of the casual British boxing fan than to knock out someone who is disliked even more than he is in Tony Bellew. Bellew, a lot of people don't like him. I mean, outside of Liverpool, I don't think he has many fans among the British boxing public. And for David Haye to smash him up, knock him out, people will be cheering to see that. I'm telling you, Haye would win some fans back by doing it. Eddie Hearn would love to put it on. It would make a lot of money. I'm sure he'd do one of his notorious pay-per-views and whatnot. Now, what's interesting is that Bellew, as a cruiserweight right now, he's got loads of options. There are there's several world champions in the division. And there is, Tony Bellew would probably be the underdog, would definitely be the underdog against any of the world champions in the division. So rather than concentrating 100% of his focus on fighting one of those guys who he will most likely lose to, he's calling out David Haye, who he'll definitely lose to instead. But he'll probably make a lot more money fighting David Haye than he would do fighting any of the champions in the cruiserweight division at the moment. So I guess it's all about money for Mr. Bellew. And he sparred David Haye as well, so he knows what he's getting himself into. He surely knows that this is a fight which he's probably going to lose if this fight takes place. Is Tony Bellew looking to cash out? Is he tired of boxing? I mean, he's had quite a hard career, to be fair, Tony Bellew. It ain't been an easy road. And I think Bellew's around, 33, 34 himself? He's getting on a bit himself. And I know Bellew's a guy who likes his food. He don't really like living the Spartan lifestyle of a boxer. And I know he has a family and all that. Maybe he's not looking to stick around in boxing for too much longer. And maybe a fight against Haye, win or lose, would set him on his way to retirement. I don't know. You let me know what you think about the situation. Obviously, I'm not mad at Tony Bellew for calling out a guy who he could make a lot of money fighting. But it's just a bizarre situation when he's got all these world champions in his own division who he could fight, who will still probably beat him, but he's got more chance of beating them than he has of beating David Haye. So it's just interesting. Let me know what you think about the situation, people. Do you think this fight has any likelihood of happening? And I'm telling you right now, David Haye has no shame. He would take the fight. If he can still make cruiserweight comfortably, which I think he probably can, he'd take the fight. It's obviously going to depend on his options. If there are better options out there for him at heavyweight, he'll go that direction. But if there isn't, don't be surprised if this fight actually takes place. And Eddie Hearn, oh my days, he'd be all over it. he would be all over it. Pay-per-view. Let me know how you feel. It's Hatman, I'm out.